Hey there, fun lovers, you're tuned into Fun Amazed, where the unexpected meets the unbelievable, and every story leaves you absolutely amazed. Today's tale, a story so wild it'll have you saying, "You can't make this stuff up." Get ready to laugh, gasp, and maybe cringe just a little. It's bizarre, it's baffling, and did it really happen? Oh, you're in for a ride. Let's dive right in. Yes, they're back. The world's most unfortunate genius moments, proving survival of the smartest, isn't always a guarantee. You won't believe the creative ways people manage to secure their spots on this legendary list. Let's count down the top 5 Darwin Awards. Second edition. Number 1. Speed, spontaneity, and tragedy. The fatal consequences of a risky dare. Ah, the freedom of the open road, the wind in your hair, the music blasting, and the thrill of the journey ahead. But sometimes, spontaneity can come with consequences. Meet Khalida H., a 20-year-old with a need for speed and a little bit of adventure. Now, most people would think, hey, let's stop the car for a quick Chinese fire drill. But Khalida, she's got a different idea. Instead of hitting the brakes, she goes full throttle with the creative approach. She stands up and climbs right onto the roof, but sometimes that rush can be dangerous. Khalida slipped and fell. And just like that, she was alone on that highway, traveling at full speed, with no one behind the wheel. This is a reminder for all of us. Sometimes, slowing down and thinking things through can save a life. Don't let the thrill of the moment cloud your judgment. Stay smart, stay safe. Number 2, unlikely tragedies. Hunters victimized by their own accidental triggers. On August 16, 1999, in Bad Urach, Germany, a seasoned hunter had an unfortunate and highly unusual encounter with fate. While it's common to hear of hunters becoming the hunted by wild animals, this time, the hunter was taken out by his very own dog. Yep, you heard that right. It's believed that the dog, perhaps a little too curious, managed to press the trigger with its paw, and boom, the hunter's fate was sealed. The dog, now without its owner, was left howling in grief. But one question remains. If this were a hunting preserve, does the dog get its head mounted on the wall in a doghouse? Who knew that animals had such an uncanny way of turning the tables? Stay sharp, folks. And maybe, don't let your pets near the hunting gear. Number 3. Shockingly bad idea. The fatal flaw in Charles's DIY electric fence. Meet Charles, a man of many ideas. One day, while on the job, Charles had a sudden stroke of genius. An electric fence, he thought. This will keep the dogs in without the hassle of a leash. Genius, right? He carefully connects the wire to an extension cord, encircles his backyard with a 120-volt wire, and voila! His DIY electric fence is in place. The dogs will stay put, and there's no chance of puppy support payments. Life was good. The dogs stayed in, and Charles felt like a backyard genius. But then, Charles got a new passion, gardening. He grew a beautiful batch of tomatoes. Oh, and not the kind you're thinking of. One fateful day, Charles reached for a ripe tomato and, well, let's just say, things didn't go according to plan. Charles got more than he bargained for. A powerful jolt of electricity. And just like that, his gardening dreams were cut short. So why did this happen? Well, turns out Charles missed a few details. First, dog fences use only 1/10 the voltage of cattle fences. That 120 volts he used? Way too strong for keeping the dogs in check. The moral of the story? If you're not sure how to do something, maybe don't try it yourself, especially if it involves 120 volts and your poor tomatoes. Number 4. Fatal irony. The woman who ran after a bus and didn't see it coming. Ah, the classic bus dilemma. You miss the bus, and suddenly your whole day is in jeopardy. But what if you could still make it? Meet Sarah. Sarah wasn't going to let a little thing like being late stop her. No. She was going to catch that bus no matter what. Now, most people would take a deep breath and wait for the next bus, right? But not Sarah. She's got one goal: to flag down the bus, and she's not taking no for an answer. Unfortunately, Sarah didn't notice something pretty important. That the bus was making a swift turn in her direction. You know, the kind of thing you might want to keep an eye on when you're running in a restricted area. A veteran driver later said, "We can't hear anything over the sound of our engines." And that's when Sarah's attempt to catch the bus went a little sideways. As the bus turned, Sarah, well, she got a little more than she bargained for. A former nurse quickly arrived, but unfortunately it was clear Sarah was no longer concerned about being on time. Instead of squeezing into a crowded bus, Sarah got a much quieter, much more private ride home. In a hearse. Now, you'd think sneaking into a restricted area and running under a giant bus would be, well, not the smartest move. But hey, At least she was committed, right? And the bus company? Well, they decided not to increase security. Lesson learned, folks. Sometimes it's best to just wait for the next one. Remember, the bus isn't going anywhere, but you just might. Number 5. Smoking guns, carelessness sparks deadly explosion. Welcome to the National Bureau of Investigation, where crime fighting is the job and safety, well, let's just say it's not always top of the list. Now, most of us know that smoking near hazardous materials isn't exactly recommended, right? But apparently, some folks didn't get the memo. So what's in the bucket, you ask? Oh, just a little dynamite powder, casually stored for over a year in the same room as the agents who clearly thought, hey, what's the worst that could happen? And there it was. A perfect storm of poor decisions, carefree smokers, a bucket of dynamite powder, and zero sense of danger. What could possibly go wrong? And then, boom! A massive explosion rocked the NBI annex, leaving a crater, shattered windows, and 7 people, including the smokers, meeting their fiery fate. Oops! Talk about a group Darwin Award. These guys went out with a bang, literally, and managed to take down some evidence along with their bad habits. Remember, safety first. Unless you're working in an NBI annex, then maybe safety second or third. Right after, don't smoke near explosives. And there you have it. Our countdown of the top 5 Darwin Awards in all their bizarre, unforgettable glory. Which one left you shaking your head or saying, no way? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your reactions. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss your next dose of wild and wacky stories right here on Fun Amazed.